What is going down, my YouTube family? It's your boy Zary from Zary's Mobile Gaming, back at you for video number 2, pushing through. But I'm really excited to make this video. And this video has to do with the man behind me, Dieselrog, and a team that I put together that is one hell of a fun ride. They can really do some damage. But before we get into that, if you are not a subscriber, click that subscribe button. We are so ever close to 250 subscribers. And don't forget, when you subscribe, to leave a comment. I love the interaction. I love the engagement. I have answered every single comment, good or bad, I've been left on my channel. By writing a comment and being a sub enters you to win a $20 Google Play or iTunes gift card. Once we hit 250 subscribers, any comment that is given on any video starting at the announcement of the giveaway will be entered for the drawing. Just my way of saying thank you guys for all the support and the love. Love you all out there. So without further ado, let's get into the Dieselrog team composition. Okay, I get a lot of questions about Dieselrog and what's the best comp to run with him. How can we get the most efficiency out of him based on his move kit? So let's quickly just review his moves, just so we all know what's going on. First ability is Cyber Punch. He deals physical damage, but he also removes 2 buffs from the target for each living goblin in the party when his hit is a critical. So critical chance for this guy is really big when you're running him with goblins. Second ability is BFG. He deals again physical damage, but this time it is an AoE to all enemies, and he has a 70% chance to inflict an armor decrease for 2 turns, so potency becomes important for him. Then Fuel to the Fire. He gains an accuracy increase, damage increase for 2 turns. He recovers 15% turn meter for each living orc in the party. If there is an Airlight Old Lore on the battlefield, he gets all the same crap. And if Darian's on the battlefield, you get Sheet Death. And then Diesel Power is passive. He gains 10% physical damage increase for each living orc in the party and 10% critical chance for each living goblin in the party. So to sum it up, the brief takeaways is we want critical chance, we want potency, we want damage. So as you can see, I've ruined out him already. I went with 2 critical chance sets and a potency set. Just to go over his stats real quick, we got his physical damage only up 182, but that is okay because we got his critical chance at 50.67, and we got his speed at 140 and his potencies at 51.53. So very happy where we got him. So let's take a look at the team comp. So here's the overall composition. We just added Dieselrog to the mix. So our total power is at 22,290. Now one thing I really want to show you quickly before we get into the rest of the team is this is level 8, as you can see, Rage of Clans, the hardest level of the Range of Clans campaign. And as you can see, everything here is 3-star. Now I just wanted to share something with you. For everybody who watches my videos, you all know I'm a father of 5. My youngest is 5 years old, soon to be 6. She likes playing this game with me. She took this team starting at campaign level 1 with no help from me and 3-starred every single battle in this level 8 campaign. Is this team going to be viable in the arena? That is yet to be seen. I don't really think it is. Maybe offensively. But let's get into first member we're adding besides Dieselrog, the leader. Okay, so here's the clans faction. We have a potential of running 3 leaderships based on Dieselrog's abilities and synergies. First one here is Tromgar, but Tromgar is going to be eliminated because his leadership really only encompasses orcs. Now we're going to be running Orcs and Goblins. Second leadership is Major Shot. Major shot only encompasses goblins. And again, we're going to be running goblins and orcs. The leadership we will be using is Raagh. And if you are unfamiliar with Ragh's leadership, it is called the Might of Clans. All allies from the clans gain a 25% physical damage increase and a 25% magic damage increase. All allied membered orcs gain lifesteal for each living orc in the party, and all allied goblins gain a 10% damage increase for each living goblin in the party. And then it has some pride faction, but we're not going to run any pride in here, so it really doesn't matter. So this is encompassing everything. We are putting damage on everybody, regardless of if they're orc or goblin. The orcs will be healing themselves based off their damage for each living orc in the party, and then goblins will be doing more damage because of the crit damage increase for each living goblin in the party. So Raagh becomes the leader for this team. So we have added Raagh to our party mix, giving ourselves her leadership with Dieselrog. So we have 2 orcs giving us 10% lifesteal, and they each get a 25% physical and magical damage increase. This brings the power of the team so far up to 46,302. So we are going to look at the back damage dealer. So we're going to take a look at damage dealers that we could possibly have. Be right back. Alright, looking at orcs. Let's look at some damage dealers. Tromgar, he does pretty decent damage for a tank, but he's not a damage dealer. We have Hard Orc, that could be a possibility. He does some solid damage. We could have Mortha. We really don't have a heal yet, but that's not her. We could go to Corkrum. He inflicts burning, so we have kind of a debuff with the Orc synergy, AoE lightning attack with a chance to stun, but we're not going to use Corkrum. We have Mar, and if you can tell from his gear level, we're not going to use Mar. So this is where our first goblin comes into play. Now, we know that Dieselrog has a synergy with Old Lore, but I'm going to tell you right now, we're not going to use Old Lore. Old Lore brings down this team. I've tried multiple team compositions with Old Lore and Dieselrog synergy, and it just doesn't work. So the first damage dealer we are going to put on this team is Amara. She is a very heavy, massive damage dealer. Her move Kick Quickly, she deals magic damage with a 50% chance to deal 2 additional damage. So she has a pretty solid basic with a chance, which has nothing to do with potency, to deal it to another target. Second ability, she deals 230% damage, magic damage to all enemies, but she inflicts burning for 2 turns. So she's putting burning on. Then we have our Good Seer ability, where she deals 340% magic damage to an enemy. And if they have burning, she does an additional 60%, so 400% magic damage if they have burning. So we're going to be using her Apocalypse now, then her Good Seer. Passive ability, Amara and Thanisa. We can't use Thanisa, obviously. They gain 5% of their turn meter for each burning or poison stack on the enemy at turn's end. So the mass AoE that puts burning on, going to be big. Entropy is her passive. So we are going to add Amara to this team. So looking at Amara, we went with damage and critical chance increase for her moveset. Quickly looking over her stacks at the important ones, we have her magic damage to 4124, but remember we're going to get another 25% magic damage for running the Raagh lead. We have critical chance at 30%. We also have her speed at 177, and we have her potency at 48.39%. Very, very cool character. She is going to pump out some massive damage in this team. So we've added Amara, giving us the Goblin synergy with not only Raagh's lead, but Dieselrog's passive ability. So we are going to be looking at the next character slot right up front here. So let's take a look and see. So everybody, you're probably wondering, Zeri, why is it daytime when you were just at night? Well, this morning, when I'm up before I take my daughter to school, I was reviewing the edits I made to this video, and I cut out the whole next person's character description and everything. So I apologize. I'm going to put that in now. I'll get my ugly mug out of the way, and we'll just go from there. Okay, so what we're looking for in the next area is another damage dealer. So let's go to the orcs here, and we'll look at possible damage dealers that could benefit this party. Now we already have Raagh, we already have Dieselrog. Hard Orc could be a very good choice. Mortha is a heal, we don't want her. We know we're not using Mar. And then there is Corcrum. Corcrum could benefit the burn to Amara, but we're not going to use Corcrum. We're going to go to Goblins for the next faction. So that leaves us with, we already have Amara. We're not going to use Eldor, I already stated that. So we could put in Adam. We're going to use Adam. Just kidding. No way in hell am I putting that guy in this team. That leaves us with Sergeant Pigwald and Major Shope. Sergeant Pigwald does very, very good damage, but is extremely squishy. So we are going to cancel out Sergeant Pigwald, and we are going to put in Major Shope. So quickly just going over Major Shope's moves kits here. He has a physical damage based basic ability that does an AoE. So that could benefit us out greatly in this composition. His second ability, again, is based off physical damage, but it is, again, an AoE. It also puts him in battle stance. Using battle mode, battle mode has a 70% chance to stun an enemy for 1 turn, so we need potency on this character. Third ability, and my favorite ability of his, is Flashbang. This puts blindness on all enemies and healing block for 2 turns. So it increases our survivability because it's guaranteed blindness, and then puts on the healing block so they can't heal themselves up, and we got to redo everything. So very, very good move for this team. And his passive ability is Recharge. He restores 1 turn to a random ability at the start of his turn. So that's pretty big, that hopefully that blindness can keep getting brought down and brought down and brought down, because it does have a pretty massive cooldown. His leadership ability we're not going to talk too much about because we're not going to be using it. For the runes, I went with a damage 4 set and then a potency 2 set. So we have damage, potency, speed, shield, and health. We are looking for speed on this character. We are looking for more damage on this character. We are looking for crit chance and obviously potency. So he has speed, health, potency, crit chance, and damage. We went with armor, speed, health, tenacity, and potency. We went critical chance down here. I was considering going damage, but I figured I'd splurge a little bit and get the 6% critical chance. Damage, armor, speed, shield. Then we have the shield, damage, armor, damage, and speed. And we went potency, tenacity, damage, health, and armor. Looking at his stats quickly, we brought up his physical damage by 601. Now remember, he's going to get 25% more on top of that. We brought up his critical chance to 35%. We also brought up his speed by 30 to 194 and his potency to 46.84. So let's add him to the team and back to your regular scheduled video. So here's our team composition, adding Major Shope to the team. We are currently sitting at 29,540 power. So let's take a look at who we can bring in for this final slot. What are we missing in this team? We have Raagh, who has a fantastic leadership. She can drop battle poo for kind of like a faux tank. We have Dieselrog, who does some debuffs with an AoE. We have Amara, who is a damage dealer who does debuffs. We have Major Shope, again, who's a very good damage dealer with debuffs. So we don't have a healer. So maybe I could put Mortha in there since the goblins don't have Thanisa unlocked. But we're not going to do that. We don't have a true tank at all. So I could put Tromgar in there, but we're not going to do that. We are going to add Hard Orc to this team, and here's why. His basic ability deals physical damage and inflicts bleeding for 2 turns, so we're putting another debuff on this already heavy debuff team. Second ability, again, deals physical damage with a 70% chance to ability block for 2 turns, so potency is going to be important for this guy. His third ability, Devil's Horns, he's going to give everybody cheat death, regeneration, and damage increase for 2 turns to 4 allies, including himself. So everybody, the only thing that's going to screw this up for you is if Battle Poo is on the thing, he counts and somebody will not get it. So if you can, try to avoid using this move with Battle Poo present. But we're putting a damage increase on everybody on an already very heavy damage increase. We're giving regeneration, which is like a full healer, and cheat death to keep him alive longer. And his passive ability, again, why we are using him, he removes 1 debuff from 4 random allies at the start of his turn. So he is a dispeller for the team. Now, we want Hard Orc in this team composition to go as fast as we possibly can get him. We constantly want him going. We want him to be able to put up the regeneration, the ability blocks, remove the debuffs. So what we are going to do is put potency, because we want him to increase that chance of him landing in the ability block, and speed. So let's take a look at his stats and see what I did to him. His basic stats, we got his physical damage to 32221, and that's okay. I didn't put a lot of damage on him. In this composition, we do not want him to be the primary damage dealer. So he does do good damage in this, but we want him for his debuffs, and we want him for his dispelling and the buffs he could put on everybody else. We got his speed to 205, so he will go first, and he will go often. We got his potency up to 55%. So let's take a look at our current team composition. Okay, just so everybody can see what I'm doing here, I am still in campaign level 8. I'm going to go into 4. Now, the reason I'm doing that is you can see all the enemies we get to fight. The purpose behind this team is once they get going, the damage they do and the amount of red on the other team is crazy. So I just want to show that off to you, and I'm going to kind of tell you how I fight with this team. Alright everybody, sorry about that, I forgot to hit the unpause button. So what I did is I just kind of went over, I had this on speed 2 so you can see the damage and what we're doing. We have 12 people to fight, so main priority is get these mages down as low as we can before he taunts. I just did a basic with Hard Orc, putting a bleed on, and then the basic on major shot. And that's where we're at. So we are going to drop Battle Poo. We had a double hit there from Amara's basic. We are going to come through with Dieselrog's basic. Alright, Battle Poo did his job. He took the brunt of the damage. Now we have 2 bleeds on this, so we're going to switch. Even though it's an AoE basic, we're going to start working on him. He taunted, so we're stuck behind a taunt, right? Wrong. If Dieselrog crits and this guy doesn't dodge, we can strip him of that buff. Boom. No more taunt. Come through. Let's put a bleed on this guy. Basic. Come down and start working on this guy. This guy will die from his bleeds. Oh, Amara took him out with her double hit. So we are just going to continue to whittle this guy down while making sure our cooldowns are all set. Big damage, 11,000, and he is dead. Alright, so we got the same thing. We got a tank, damage dealer. We have mage and a healer. So let's put up the apocalypse now and get some burning on there. Get some bleed. AoE basic. Let's drop Battle Poo. Double hit. Now we are going to do Dieselrog's AoE and hope for some armor increase. Boom. Oh, decrease, sorry, we got 3 armor decreases, so pretty happy with that. Let's get some more bleed on him. Now we have burn. He healed. That's alright. Battle Poo, Sacrificial Lamb. Let's do the basic. See if we can get him out of there. Out of there before his AoE. We got the taunt, so we're stuck behind that to a extent. Let's see if we can get another crit hit. Boom, gone. Perfect. We are going to basic. Basic. Let's get rid of this guy before he comes in. Let's get rid of the healer. Let's fire. Basic. Now we are on to the final wave. We are going to pop Dieselrog's Fuel of the Fire, and we are just going to all-out barrage these people. This should be fun. Let's get Battle Poo in there to take the first initial hits. Right now we're going to see if we can ability block for 2 turns. Let's see what we got. Boom. All ability blocked. Now we are going to put blindness and healing block up. Guaranteed. Come through with Apocalypse Now. And this is where this team gets fun. AoE. Look at all that armor decrease, the burn. Just super cool. 1 guy down. For good measure, let's give up the cheat death, the damage increase, and the health. Everybody's going to miss. We're going to try to get this guy out of here now. So we're going to use the Good Seer ability, where they can do 400 magic damage because he's burning. So again, please don't dodge. 17,000. Now we're going to use the little goblin that could and see if we can get any stuns. No stuns, but we did a hell of a lot of damage. Let's get this guy out of here. Let's get this guy out of here. Boom. There it is. With this team, you got to see how they work. We have a Dispeller. We have massive debuffs going on. We have blind. We have ability block. And you can stagger that. So you can use the ability block from Korador before you put the blind on. But I just wanted to show you the potential of this team and where they are. Really fun team. Now they are squishy. You don't have a dedicated tank. They do have the ability to 3-star level 8 of the campaign. Yeah, you might have to if they dodge or they don't get the debuff, you might have to run it again. But you have the potential to 3-star the whole campaign with this team. Well, at least the clan's campaign with this team. So we're going to take a look at another fight and we're going to see how it goes. Okay, we are in 8-10 and it is a full demon team. I wanted you guys to see how it does on a kind of a bossier fight. So we are going to play it out. Again, leaving it in speed 2. So we got a couple problems here. Venomate, and we have Puncher Face. Shadar. I'm not too worried about Mega Wheel. We're going to start with Venomate. So basic to get it. Bleed. Bleed is on him. Going to AoE everybody. We are going to drop Battle Poo to die. No extra hit, but that's okay. And Venomate is out. Oh, he dodged. Of course he dodged. Now we do have the poison up, but let's see. Now it's gone. Korador dispelled on his beginning of his turn. Venomate's out. Now we're going to move to Puncher Face. Going to AoE on the basic. There goes his shield. We are going to put up the Apocalypse Now. Ooh, missed the burning because she dodged. We are going to try to get rid of that taunt with a critical hit. Come on, baby. Gone. Let's move back to Puncher Face. Now he does have the debuff immunity, so if he didn't have taunt, I would have put it on Shadar. Let's get... Oh, only 1 ability block. Now we are going to put blind. Now we have burning on Shadar. So we're going to use this move. 23,000. Goodbye, Shadar. Let's get the heal up. Let's do the AoE. No stuns, but everybody's blind. They can't do anything. We're going to come through with Dieselrog's AoE. Boom. Now we just have Mega Wheel. Game over. See ya. This team's super fun. Okay, so for all of you wondering, here is a 12. Can we do it? We have the Soleus Ember combo. Or Soleus Nightingale, I'm sorry, combo. But we're going to try to get Ember out of there. Bleed. Basic. Drop in Battle Poo. Double hit. Perfect. Let's get rid of that damage increase. Perfect. And there goes Battle Poo. He was stunned. Not anymore. Let's get another bleed up. Let's pump out the... see if we can get any stuns. No stuns. Apocalypse now. Get some burning on everybody. Let's do Dieselrog's AoE. See if we can get some ability block. Nice. Damage. Okay. The only one is burning with Ember. Let's see if we can finish her off with the Good Seer. Pretty dang close. She should be down. Oh, nice. Let's get the heals up. Come on, stuns. 2 stuns. Beautiful. Let's get that up on Dieselrog. Drop Battle Poo. We're going to see if we can get Nightingale out of here. Nice, almost 20,000. Put blind up. Boom. Heal block also. AoE. Nightingale's out of there. Game over. And there it is. So everybody, this is by far and away the best, funnest team I could put together with Dieselrog based on kits, abilities, synergies. Please let me know what you thought of this team comp in the description below. Just a really, really fun team. Obviously, Hard Orc and Amara are extremely hard to come by, but it is a super, super fun team. So what I'm going to do is I am going to leave you with some tower footage so we can see how far I can get in the tower with this team. Everybody be safe. I love y'all. I'm out.